What's up? I'm here with Ernesto. So you telling me you out there trying to make sure you inspire people,
I'm
right?
trying to inspire people, man. I'm
Paying
trying
it
to get
forward.
people to do what they really want to do, what inspires them, you know? I was just talking to my man here that I'm trying to take a leap of faith and leave my career to go do what it is that I want to do, which is help people and inspire them, you know?
Well, do what you love. Listen, if he inspired you to go out there and become successful, then you gotta you gotta pay it forward and do the same for others. That's what it's all about.
Thank you for inspiring, my man.
You got it, brother.
Appreciate it.
Napoleon Hill had books on it. But when I started setting my goals, I became the person that I always thought I would be by the age of 30. It got really dark during that course of time. But I always tell people, if you're not in charge of the goals you're setting, then you will let everybody else set goals around you. They'll tell you that you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't leave and build that corporation you want to, you can't get that guy, you can't get that girl, you're going to embarrass yourself, you're going to embarrass us. And often they put these things on us that, are you part of the 10?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, often they put these things on us, and you can create, and they can create negative goals in your life, that you're going to be in a abusive relationship. You'll never find that man or woman that's there for you. It hasn't been done. Your family's never done that before. How will you ever achieve it? So I think goal setting and financial intelligence are the two main things that I would have told the Daymond John at 20, the Daymond John at even 30.
Got it. Just set goals.
Thank you.
Once again, Ernesto, thank you for being here, man. Drove an hour and a half to get here. I saw your post, man. I was like, man, and I only say that not because I want you to think, oh man, this guy is. I say that because for about the past year and a half, I've been all about going out and getting what you want. Which in the past I've kind of always been that way, but now it's like harder. Right now, I'm in a place where I want to leave my six-figure job to do what it is that I really want to do, which is, again, I want to work with people, inspire them.
Yeah.
But leaving that security blanket is tough.
Yeah.
Now, you've always been an entrepreneur, so I don't know if this is a question you can relate to, but you know, anything in regards to taking that leap of faith.
I started working when I was 10 years old, and I didn't stop working for anybody else until I was 27, 28, and I never missed a day of work in my life. The theory of burn all the bridges and, go balls to the wall is an absolute lie. Don't quit your day job, right? The reason why you don't quit your day job is then you're able to invest in your dream more and more and more. So if your theory of going out and educating people is, first of all, goal set. Second of all, now draw a map on how you're going to do it. I'm going to put in 6 hours a week. I'm going to put in 8 hours a week until I get to 6 months, and then I need to hit these criterias, and after that I'm going to put in 12 hours a week. You want to start doing the 80-20. You want your day job to be 80 and 20% being your passion. You want that to slowly start to take the other side. Now, I'm not going to give it to you all warm and fuzzy. Sometimes we get an F on our report card, right? But if you get an F on your report card, at least you kept the lights on. I worked in Red Lobster for 5 years while I started Fubu, and I would, go home and sew shirts till my eyes were blurry, and I would sleep 2-3 hours and get back up and do that again and go back to Red Lobster. If I was making only $30,000 at Red Lobster over the course of 5 years, I made $150,000 working. I was able to pay the rent, keep the lights on. I had medical, I had insurance. I was using all the waiters and waitresses, all my friends were there. The hot girls would come out and help set up my booth, and my boys would throw stuff in their trunk and go and sell it. I was bringing home all the food I could, saving me money. Now that same $150,000, if I would have never been able to create Fubu, because I would have had to do $2 million in sales for Fubu to come home with the same $150,000 over 5 years.
Wow.
I would have closed the business after 1 year. So the reality is, don't quit your day job and keep investing in your dream. Your day job will never make you rich. It'll be your dream, and it'll be your hustle. But it's dedication no matter what. I mean, Mandela says, sacrifice is giving up something of lesser value for something of greater value. What is the value that you're bringing, that you're giving it up for?
Yeah.
So be very methodical, be very slow. And real entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, they act, they learn, and then they repeat. That whole theory of boom, $1 million overnight, every overnight success has taken 15 years. So you're on the right path if you methodically execute it.
Yeah, thank you for that.
You want to skip
Okay,
over
I'm ready.
you ready?
No, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay, so I'm the kind of person who is always going to be okay no matter what happens. And unfortunately, that doesn't push me to my limits because I'm like, well, if I don't do this, something else will give. And maybe it's basic, but I mean, what do you do sometimes, you know, when you just know you're better and you don't? And it's like, you know you're supposed to act. Everybody says it. You have talents, but, you know, then you get just stuck sometimes because I understand familiarity breeds complacency. And I'm complacent right now, and I don't want to be anymore.
Yeah.
I know my income demand's there, and my son.
You have a son, right?
Yeah.
Are you complacent about making him the best?
Of course.
You're complacent about it?
I mean, I'm not complacent about it. I don't want to be complacent about it.
Yeah, but you know, like when your son, do you tell your son, you know, listen, when you're trying to walk, do you tell him stop, don't worry about it, just keep crawling, or did you, if he gets F's or if he has challenge in school, do you just say it's okay? I don't know. It's up to you.
Right? No, you're not. No, you're right. I think everybody around me is always like push forward even harder. Like even friends who call for advice, I give them the advice I should take.
Right. The reason why I say that is because being somebody who is an entrepreneur or somebody who wants to be that, you know, it's like having a child. You know, everybody thinks that entrepreneurship and or pushing for success is so hard, but I find that mothers and fathers too, of course, are they're relentless when it comes to the benefit of their children, right? And they need to do that themselves. But you know, if you haven't found your passion, I think that may be the bigger question, right? If you say you're going to be okay, well, then you may say, I don't want to live in $1 million house. I'm fine with where I want to be. I don't need to do that. I don't want to get to the top of this corporate ladder because maybe you don't like big houses. You don't want to be in corporations. But what is it that you would do for free for the rest of your life? What is it you're super passionate about? What is it when you're not getting paid you find that you go and do regardless? I find successful people like that get paid off their hobbies. Like I got paid off of wanting to put shirts on people and hang out on video sets and and listen to cool music.
Right.
So now everybody else is getting kicked off the video set, and I was like, wait a minute, I got a shirt. Don't kick me off the video set because I just wanted to see LL perform and I wanted to holler at all the video chicks. I just wanted to be there. There was a need for me to be there, but that need and passion, I would have paid to be there.
Right.
All right.
Totally.
So you got to find those things because everything else is just not attractive to you. It's not fulfilling to you.
I love it.
It's like talking about a skinny chef. You know, there's no skinny chefs really. A couple of them.
Did you start off with? I heard you start off with like.
Yeah, go 1 second. We'll go this one, and then we'll come back to you.
I got you. All right, no worries.
So Daymond, my man, thank you for coming back out.
Appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, for sure. So I got the 10th spot. There it is.
I know. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I reached out to Ted because I want to do a book signing with y'all.
Where?
I have a group of about 40,000 members we've built up over the last 5 years. It's called Startup Showcase Group.
You're based out here?
Mm-hmm. In Silicon Valley. Started down in Silicon Valley and we moved to San Francisco. I reached out to Ted.
Talk to Chauncey. Chauncey will take care of you on that. But do you have any other questions? Because I want to make sure.
No.
And I'll take care of that. That's okay.
Okay. And then you know, like I work with startups all day long. This is what I do for a living.
Sure.
But you know, during the .com, I was one of those guys that was a startup, and thank God, we made it. We made
nice.
it through. Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And we had a good exit, and a bunch of good stuff happened, a bunch of bad stuff happened, and we just continue plowing forward. So my thing is to have someone like you as an advisor, right? That would be the ultimate goal.
Well, we can discuss that. Let's do the book signing first.
Yes, sir.
The problem is I only have 24 hours in a day, right? Chauncey will make sure he takes care of you. I promise you, Chauncey will get back to you. I only have 24 hours in a day, and then also with advisories and boards, I have to also pass it by Mickey Mouse and ABC.
Absolutely.
You know, they want to make sure that, you know, with all these things going on, especially now, you know, with all these new challenges and people being discovered who were not ethical about businesses, I have to be very careful about it.
Absolutely.
But we can definitely do the book signing. I don't want you to buy these books just to do another book signing, man. You know.
And the 10 books, I'm gonna give it to
them away, right?
So we do a monthly event. It's called Live Shark Tank. We've been doing it for 5 years. We had 1,113 startups apply. We've had $228 million of financial stuff, which is booming out here. But that's just the valley, right? And so what I'm going to do this coming the 16th of March is I'm going to give this to the top 3 startups. I'd love to have you sign. I mean, they didn't have enough; they sold out. But
we'll take care of it. And if we want to, right now, Chauncey, I'll send book plates to you I'll sign book plates and send them out to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes,
someone's
sir.
gonna take care of you.
Text me now with your
Yes.
info, and then
Yes,
I'll
sir.
take care of that.
Yes, sir, brother. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna ask. Was it? I heard you started with do-rags, just as opposed to t-shirts.
I did. I started with not do-rag. They were tie top hats.
They're
They were-
tie-top.
Yeah, the little hats that look like a cutout sleeve with a tie on the top.
Yeah, I had read that somewhere. I didn't ask. But so a couple questions I had just to kind of get your feedback on. So I've been in real estate for like the last 20 years, but I had a day job. I worked for the district attorney's office for 20 years, just retired. So I'm 45 and retired 10, 15 years early, but been grinding it out for a while, bartending the whole bit. So now basically I run a Airbnb vacation rental in Napa. We also do wine tours and so forth. Been doing it for 4 years. It's been doing really well. But what I'm trying to figure out is I feel that my business and the service that we provide and so forth is elevated beyond everybody else out there. However, I don't know how to make the leap from your basic like home rental, vacation rental, something more. Like we take people hot air ballooning, we take them to the beach, we do private
Experiences.
experiences and
Sure.
so forth. But when people are looking at my place compared to other places, they just see a price. They see, okay, we're going to Napa, we're going to hang out, we're going to do this, and they look at a $250 property, and mine's a little bit more than that. But basically, that's the comparison, and they think, oh, I can just do an Uber, I can just do that. What I really want to do is I want to figure out how do you go from just that basic kind of mom and pop shop to say, hey, this is a very exclusive type of business, and the service, it's really just the service that you're getting. Like I'm greeting you there, we're doing champagne tastings, I have a couple cute bartenders that kind of serve some wine in the backyard. The house isn't extravagant though. So
Yeah,
that's,
so I mean,
so that's, I'm just trying to figure out how to
it's
get
how
to the
I
next
mean
level.
that's it's easy for me to give you that answer, but harder for you to execute it, because that's really talking to probably one of the younger individuals here who understand how to deliver that information within the 5 seconds that people are passing through your site.
Sure.
I mean, you're offering an experience. So the question is, where are you listing your site too? Because you should be listing it where people are looking for experiences. They're looking for tours,
Sure.
as well as a home. And I don't know. It's so hard for me to give you that answer without digging deep into it.
I guess my main point is, how do you take a business from a kind of a normalized business to like a more VIP experience, whether it's in a vacation rental, or let's say you were doing t-shirts, or you were, you're kind of the next elevation. Like I've hosted some.
It's how you, it's, can you put the business in 2 to 5 words, maybe even 8? It's how you're presenting it, right? I mean, listen, any of the businesses and every business has about 6 different levels, high end all the way to discount and mass.
Sure.
Listen, Steve Jobs didn't really do anything different. He just basically said he thought different. He just basically said, I'm going to stop talking to you about how many gigabytes is in this thing. I'm going to tell you about the lifestyle and the type of things around it.
Yeah.
So it's just how you're going to present it. Again, I mean, it's just positioning. Remember, there's only three reasons people buy something, right? They buy something either to educate them, to entertain them, or they buy it because they're going to serve something that they don't want to do.
Sure.
It's the only reason why people ever buy anything, right?
Yeah.
So now you want to entertain them and educate them at the same time, or you want to roll in the same thing where you want to. They're paying to do something they don't want to do. They don't want to buy a house in Napa Valley. They want to stay there. They don't want to blow up the hot air balloon themselves.
Yeah.
How do you hone into that? Is all, I mean, your communication. It was very hard for me. I made a T-shirt.
Yeah.
There's a million T-shirt companies.
Sure.
We've been dressing for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So what did I sell them? I sold people a membership. You're in the membership of the exclusive community of people that love the culture of hip hop, and we like to make sure that our shirts or the logo on our shirt match the stripe on our Nikes, or we like it a different size, and we know if you're walking down the block and I see you across the street, I know what you're into just as much as you know what I'm into, and we don't even got to know each other.
Yeah.
Right? It again is, how do you encapsulate those words? People have been able to sell think about this. They've been able to sell the simplest things because they sell you a dream, right? They sell you a theory.
Yeah.
When you look at this, what do you think about? Waterfall.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
An island of Fiji.
Yeah.
The most natural thing on earth is probably pumped out of the damn kitchen in the background, in the back of this
So
place.
it's just marketing, basically.
It's purely
just
marketing. The marketing and branding are the only things that are differentiating you, mainly when you grab the customer,
Yeah.
and then you have to over-provide on your promise. When people come to a product, you are promising them a destination.
Sure.
When you advertise, there's two things you're doing. You're either making them aware of something new, or you're reinforcing they're part of the right club because they already have it.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
Is that good enough? I know it's general, but I can't give you too much detail on that.
I appreciate it, man. I
All
appreciate it for
right. Anybody else?
Might have
Did we
asked
take
you-
a photo?
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
Well, one last question.
Yeah, man.
I think one thing I'm really trying to practice the last 4 or 5 years is the idea of gratitude, especially for my parents, all the things they've really given me. And I know the whole story about how we started with $40. You learn how to like sew from your mom. You kind of start a food off of that.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, is there any particular piece of advice, like life advice, you've gotten from your mom that you really carry on to you for even to this day? Don't mind me asking, of course.
No, you know what? I think the best thing my mother did was she just showed me the world and showed me everything instead of just told me what to do. Because as I would look back, like any other kid, I thought she was the dumbest person on the planet. My kids think I'm the dumbest person on the planet. But she just showed me the experiences, honestly. She showed me different cultures, and she showed me different places. I would spend the summer in Hawaii or in Canada or in Trinidad or Barbados because she would make sure that I went other places to see the world, right? And my mom didn't have money, so my trip to Hawaii, I stayed on a naval base with my mother's girlfriend, and my mother bought that ticket 4 years earlier, and it was a 17 connecting flight to Hawaii. So by the time I got there, the summer was over, right? But the bottom line is she did what she did to make sure that I saw the entire world. And then I grew up with this attitude of I don't care what color or gender you are, love doesn't come with any challenges. Everybody has a problem, and everybody is important. And it just gave me a worldly view.
Thank you so much.
You got to wrap.
Cool.
Kick us out.
Sure.
Take this picture right here.
Let's get this